Hi, welcome to this week's weekly vlog. Apologies that it's been a couple of weeks since the last. We've been switching to a new email system and hopefully that has worked and you've received this without incident. A couple of things to sort of talk about this week. Firstly, in Westminster, the week began with the Prime Minister giving a statement on the European Summit, which was the previous week. And I thought sort of very interesting to see how other European leaders are now very clearly indicating that there will be a deal for the UK, and the European Commission seem to be sort of softening in their language as well, which I think is very encouraging. And clearly the sooner we can start talking about that future trading relationship, the better, because I think that will reassure business in particular once things start to become clear on that front. Other thing I wanted to just mention briefly is that two great bills went through Parliament this week, without notice really from the outside world, because things like Brexit sort of distract everybody. But a bill on electric and autonomous vehicles went through on Monday, and then on smart meters on Tuesday. And I just thought that was quite cool that, you know, amidst all of the Brexit stuff, we're still putting through legislation that's really about the future of our economy, the infrastructure that we need. And sort of great to see those bills go through, and with cross-party consensus as well, which is also very refreshing when what you will see on the news is the sort of highly politicised, polarised debate around Brexit and universal credit and other things. And yet there were these bills doing really, really important stuff for the future of our country without any real political disagreement whatsoever. Back down in Somerset, today's been a really busy day. I went to see the Friends of Apex Park and councillors in Highbridge this morning to lend my support to the park's nomination for Local Park of the Year. Then to the White Horse in Mark to see the chef, Mike, who has been nominated for Pub Chef of the Year. Then to Walton Engineering, a fantastic local engineering firm who employ loads of people, make lots of money, really contribute to the local economy. So great to see them. Then to Grid Imp, who are a clean tech startup based at the Enterprise Hub in Wales, and they're doing some amazing stuff on sort of clean tech demand management technologies, working with EDF and winning a competition with the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. So great to support them and see that type of business starting up here in Mendip. From there I went to Mendip District Council, where I met with the leader and the chief exec to talk about plans for the A39 and the A361. And it's great to see Mendip are sort of really pushing ahead there with plans for what that might look like. And then a surgery in Shepton after that. And then tomorrow morning I'm looking forward to the Cheddar Fit Fest, where they'll be handing out flu jabs to those who are entitled to them, but also lots and lots of people exhibiting, showing all the things that are going on in the community to help people lead a sort of healthier, more active lifestyle. So do go along to that if you can. It's at the Church Hall from 9:30 AM. It'd be well worth going along to. The big local issue though that I want to sort of finish on is Shepton Hospital. We were all very concerned when Somerset Partnership Trust announced plans to temporarily close the inpatient beds 2 weeks ago. Since then, the reaction from the community has been extraordinary. Thousands and thousands of people have signed the petition, and hundreds turned up last Friday night for the public meeting at the Mendip District Council offices in Shepton. The depth of opinion there was very clear. And at the start of the week, when the Somerset Partnership Trust announced that they were going to review their decision, I have to say I was sort of quite hopeful that that might mean that they were going to think again and do something different. But it's apparent that that review is not as wide-ranging as I would have hoped, and they are leaving all of their original plans in place whilst that review completes, which says to me that really the original plan is going to endure and nothing's going to change whatsoever. I think that's hugely disappointing. It makes a bit of a farce of all of the engagement that we apparently had in the previous weeks, because it's made no difference whatsoever. And I think the fight goes on. It may only now be a week until the end of the month, but I'm not sure any of us can sort of stand by and see those beds temporarily closed when it makes no sense to do so when the staffing rotas at Shepton are not the challenge. And if there are staffing challenges elsewhere in the county, well, I would reinforce success and consolidate onto Shepton rather than closing Shepton and moving a team that is succeeding elsewhere. I'm seeking some time in Parliament, which I may or may not get, but I've asked for it in order to raise this as an issue. I will be raising it further with health ministers next week as well. We need to really highlight what's going on here and try and encourage people to think again. And at the very, very least, we need a cast iron guarantee not only about the reopening of those beds in Shepton once the staffing challenges around the county have been resolved, but we need a cast iron recommitment to the redevelopment of the Shepton Mallet Community Hospital into the health campus that we have all been so excited about for so long. It would be an amazing thing to happen. NHS leader after leader has said that that is the model for community healthcare to which we should all be seeking to transition. And so it shouldn't be that hard for Somerset Partnership Trust and the Clinical Commissioning Group to reaffirm their commitment to it. And I think that in turn would help to reassure us that if those beds must close, and I think we should continue to fight that it is genuinely a temporary thing and that the future for Shepton Mallet's Community Hospital remains this new health campus that we've all been so excited about. I will continue to fight very hard on that indeed. More next week, but for now, goodbye.